Voice of the Hammer. I'm your host, Puntaku. This is part 2 of our trip going up north. So if you haven't watched the first one, pause it and just go check that one out first. But where we left off was us getting onto the island. I guess from here, what we'll see is just a portion of our trip. There will be a part 3. I'm trying to keep it short so that if you guys are listening, you don't have to listen for too long. But if you are listening, I will try to describe everything going on as best I can. But if you don't have Spotify, go check this out on YouTube. Just go find my YouTube channel. It'll be in the description. I will put most of the stuff that you see in the video in the description. Places I visited, artists and such that I've seen. So go give those guys a check. And let's get on with the show. Okay, our trip begins on Manitoulin Island, part 2. So we're just getting into Gore Bay, where we will be staying with our friend Melissa, who has graciously given us her spare bedroom while her bedroom is being renovated. Thank you so much, Melissa, for that. There's another Dadmobile Club, the only one on the island. That's our friend John. And Danielle's friends, the deers, that they come by Melissa's house all the time. So Danielle's always trying to feed them. The first day, we didn't do too much, but we went for a walk, and the kids seemed to have found a deer that they wanted to try to follow. They didn't even have any food to give it, so I'm not sure what their plan was here. They're trying to sneak up on it as if it doesn't know what it's doing. And then they start to emphasize their sneaking attack here, but it was a fail. This is our first morning on the island. We're walking down. There's what is it called? The Gore Bay Harbour Days. So we're in Gore Bay. We're just heading down. Let's see if I can flip the camera around. How do I do this now? There, so we're just walking down the main strip. There's gonna be a bunch of vendors. There's a market going on, splash pad, a bunch of things for the kids. We'll check it out. So we're just walking down the main street here where the Gore Bay market is held. A lot of local businesses and artists coming out to display their work. Our friend Rosie, who's Melissa's daughter, has a tent here. You'll see on the right, it's the white tent. She does macrame. This is the store that we had some shirts bought for us as a gift.
Thank you. I got it as a gift.
And so there on the right is Rosie's stall.
Oh, no kidding.
She's there with
probably your
some of our friends. So I didn't want to shove their faces in the camera. So I didn't get a lot of footage here, but there's Nana there in the pink, John beside her. And there's Rosie's macrame hanging. There's Les and Jen. Those are Melissa's sisters. So a few pretty knots. Guys, go follow her on Facebook. That's Rosie's Instagram page. She does all these macrames. That's what we bought from her. We have bought 2 of them. It's our love fern. And so she does all this beautiful work. There's a cat with a grumpy Care Bear. That's a cute one. So if you see her down at the market in Gore Bay, tell her that Boy sent you and Boy said hello. And there's another one there for, I believe she made for her niece, for Tammy Tam, up in the Sioux. That's Colleen's daughter. Colleen is Rosie's sister. Another person I always see is Ashley. She's a local artist there in Gore Bay. I believe in Gore Bay, but she does a lot of work in Gore Bay, obviously. Window art for the local businesses. Beautiful, beautiful work. I always buy her coloring books that she and her husband put together. So if you guys are looking, if you guys can't see, unfortunately, you can't see some of this beautiful artwork here. I really like her drawings. They're really they're kind of funny. They're kind of cute. So she makes all these drawings. There's a couple down here that I really like. Ready to karate chop that sneeze. Really good work. If you guys see her at the market, guys, or if you know her, tell her that I said hello. So we headed out for some late breakfast. Like I said, we just gone through the market. We were still hungry, so we headed out over to Providence Bay to Huron Motel to try to get some breakfast. For 2 eggs, toast, and bacon, and a drink, it was $13. It did take a little while, so I'm not sure why that was. And then it got served on paper plates, which I'm not used to. I don't know if that's just how they do it. But maybe next time I'll skip breakfast. Maybe I'll give them a try. Their pizza looks good, but like I said, I don't know if they changed owners since seeing the Google reviews, but you never know. So we're just headed back to Gore Bay. We'd gone swimming after getting into the town. So after swimming, we went for some lunch at Bouy's Eatery and Takeout. Split Rail is the local beer. The brewery is literally just down the street. We just wanted to get some stuff to share. There's the shirt that the lady recognized as the one bought from her store. And so we got a Caesar salad to share, as well as the pizza. It was called the Max. Really, really good. Shaved roast beef, garlic butter, fried mushrooms, red onions, marble cheese, and steak spice. It was definitely worth a try. The atmosphere is great, and the staff is always nice there. This is just a pamphlet of the Gore Bay Harbour Days. If you guys are just listening, I'll try to read off some of the stuff that's going on. Friday, there wasn't too much. 4 p.m. children's game. There was a theater at 7:30. Beer garden started at 7. But Saturday was the day where everything was happening. Splash and Go, which was there all week. Face painting, bouncy castles. There's an axe throwing, Game On Express portable climate controlled trailer full of video games, I guess. Food. There was a foam party. Beer garden started earlier, 11:30 to 1, with a bunch of acts. Cardboard boat regatta, which unfortunately we missed, which would have been fun to see. Swimming pool, fishing, river tube race games. There's hot dogs, dunk tanks. There's a fish fry. I mean, there was so much going on Saturday. It was kind of hard to keep up. Sunday they didn't have too much. It was sort of like I think there was just a church event, and that was it for the Sunday. So the next day we ended up going for some lunch in Evansville, and Michael got the burger taco, which was, I mean, they could have just used one patty, but he gave them 2 full patties with jalapeno poppers for the side. This burger here was on an egg bun or something, a yellow bun. The condiments and stuff just kind of fell through it. It didn't really hold too well against all the moisture, but still very delicious burger. Fresh peach pie. Peach could have been cooked down a little bit more. I think it still had a crunch to it. But Michael got the coconut cream pie, which was delicious. I could have used a little bit more sugar in it, but it was really good. And this is Gore Bay Harbour Days for that Saturday, which has a lot of things going on. There's a climbing thing. It's called a rock climbing wall, boy. Nice little Corvette there. Set with all the classic cars. Why? I don't know. Someone's gonna get somebody. There's the axe throwing. Looks pretty dangerous, but yeah. So this is a classic car show and shine. I'm not sure why the Corvette was there, but it was still a nice car to see. The Game On Express. It's a gaming trailer. So I guess they have some consoles in there and a bunch of seats where the kids can sit and play video games. We weren't going to stick around for video games. It was packed in there anyways, so we weren't sure how long it was going to be just to wait. So we just wanted to go check out some other stuff instead of playing video games.
It's probably busy. I don't even know what to make.
It's hard to see, but yeah, it's packed, Michael said.
What's that? Yeah. Of course. Okay. We'll put it back in the van.
And so there's still another section just down the street. That's the rest of the stuff, like the bouncy castle and such. Kiana just wanted to go swimming, which we did pretty much almost every day that we were there.
Maybe we'll find the foam stuff.
But I figured she'd want to go try the bouncy castle. Michael did. Michael ended up going on a really big bouncy castle that you see right there. But there was lots to do. Dunk tank. There was a fishing under that tent. There was a pool fishing. All of this was free, which was great. Kiana couldn't get on the bigger ones. She wasn't tall enough. But she really didn't want to go onto any other ones either. Like I said, she just wanted to go swimming. And there's the foam party. There's my friend Austin there watching the kids in the kiddie bouncy castle. Some people got hurt in that foam party too. John, who's a volunteer firefighter, had to assist a lady who I think broke her wrist. And some kids got hurt in there too, unfortunately. Now, then later that night, we went to the beer garden with some of our friends. Melissa watched the kids while we were out jamming away. And there's lots of people. It's rare to see this many people, but no, it was a good night. This is the Sweet Stealer duo. And yeah, it was a lot of fun to be out and enjoy a night like this on the island, which we don't get to do often. So luckily we showed up on a weekend that they had the Harbour Days. And this is our friend John and Rosie. That's Rosie that does the macrame. Her sister Reed just at the bottom of the screen there. Yeah, this is Sugarboom. You can find them, you search for them on Google there. I guess they're a good cover band. The dance floors got even busier, and I just had to get a shot of these two dancing away. Rosie just singing away here. And then there's us hanging out. Voice of the Hammer brought it up to Manitoulin Island. So after a night of drinking, my smart brain said, hey, let's go jump on this water park, inflatable water park. So the next day, not feeling the greatest, even at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you can hear Kiana in the background shivering. I tried to take her across. I did take her across, but she got a little too scared of how wobbly it was. And Michael just would not get into the water. I was trying to trip him up the best I can to get him into the water. The whole time we went swimming, he never dunked his head once. So I was determined to get him in there. But I ended up going in there a lot more. That guy just went. Big guy just did a somersault into the water. Yeah, it was really tough for a guy like me going on this thing. You really have to be in decent shape, and I'm not even close. Michael's very carefully trying to cross a bridge, and he makes it across no problem. But for me, not so lucky. This is a bigger bridge, obviously, but I do kind of throw myself into the water on this one. I'm surprised I didn't fall in here, but at the bottom, as you're gonna see, I make it on the platform, but I thought, you know what, let's just go in anyways. You can hear everybody, that's Melissa, Les, and Jen, and Danielle watch me. So I land, but I go, let's just go in. I literally paid $23 to go swimming in the water. Here's me trying to shake Michael to get into the water, and he just won't get into the water. I think he stayed dry the whole time. Oh, not the whole time, but. And then I go, forget it, and I make a big splash with the big guy. And you guys have all seen these launching things, and me and this guy behind me here, we're determined to try to launch his wife, and nope. I couldn't make it. So if you guys watch my face when I make this jump here, I don't do. Oh, that hurt. My face did not bounce. It just took that. I thought I broke my nose. So after that beating, we obviously needed to go get some dinner. So we headed out to Sugarboom, which is about 25 minutes away, to a restaurant called Seasons Restaurant, Seasons Family Restaurant. Never been there before. I'm driven by it all the time. But their menu, as far as the picture goes, they look pretty good. Good portions, decent price. You know, so they got sandwiches, hearty soups. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like steak and onions. That looked really good. But yeah, so we ended up I got a salad to start, which was delicious and fresh. We also got some mushroom caps, which was had a ranch dip as well. Nice and hot. Food was nice and hot. Danielle got the roast beef, which was delicious. She just needed some gravy on her potatoes, which she didn't get. Michael with his fish and chips, as always. Good portion, good price. I got the chicken schnitzel, which was very tender, cut with a fork. It was really good. Kiana just pretty much ate off of our plates. There's Michael being goofy. They had there was a garage or a house that had all these gnomes, and so obviously we had to take some pictures with it. And of course, after dinner, we need to go get some dessert. So we headed over to Campbell's, which is just outside of Gore Bay on the highway. Little drive-in. So they have They have two of these freezers. So there's about 32 flavors. And my favorite, I decided, was cherry cheesecake. And the prices are pretty good. For hard ice cream, kids $1, single is $3, double is $4. The prices are really good. I really like going there. They have a lot of flavors. Like I said, mine is cherry cheesecake. I need to find that. Kiana got her cotton candy. And Michael ended up getting mint chocolate chip. I think he's still cold from maybe being in the water for an hour and a half. And so the next day, July 24th, Danielle's birthday, we headed back down to Providence Bay to Providence Beach, or Prov as they call it. And the water goes out quite a ways before it actually really gets deep. Kids playing in the sand. Danielle ended up just kind of sitting in the sun. It was breezy, so she was cold. So I think that day she got some good sunburn. This is the Harbor Center. It's attached to the building. It sells ice cream and some snacks and a couple of those things. You can kind of hear there's a machine in the back there that's playing animal sounds. Here's some animal pelts that are touching. You got to use the back of your hand because the oil on your hand could damage the pelts. But you can hear some animal sounds in the back from the machines. You know, you push a button and it tells you, or it shows you what these animals sound like. There's a turtle shell. This is a cool little miniature model of a sawmill. But if you guys are watching, I just wanted to kind of show you what they had here as well. There's some interesting stuff here. If you're listening, I'll try to describe it. So here's some rocks from the area or around the island. A lot of old antique stuff. Now this is my question here. Why is there a cell phone in the glass? There's technology, cameras, and record players, and then a cell phone. I don't know. Maybe it was the first cell phone on the island. I have no idea. And then there's a dial phone there, a touch tone phone. A lot of old stuff on display.
here's the topographical
bigger or change?
machine thing. Yeah, so as you push the sand, the camera above will change the landscape to show you. I was trying to make a bigger mountain, but for some reason it just kept getting water. And then some kids came and scared me away. And so for dinner, I wanted to take Danielle to the Watersedge Pub Restaurant. They, wanted to get her some steak. But while we were there, the waitress told the couple beside us what they did and didn't have. And we weren't really paying attention. We were just looking at the menus ourselves. But we couldn't get steak, so Danielle had to go without steak. So instead, I got the bacon-wrapped pork tenderloin. Kiana couldn't get chicken fingers, so they substituted for chicken wings. We said no sauce, just salt and pepper, and it still came out sauced. And bruschetta bread, Caesar salad, fettuccine alfredo. Overall, it wasn't that great of an experience. The food was good. The bacon wrapped pork tenderloin was delicious. I just wish we could have had a little bit better service as far as I guess I was expecting a better service, but other than that, the food was good. Just a little bit of a mix-up for a Monday, I guess. I don't know. They ran out of steak. And here's Danielle taking a beautiful picture, and then I'm just going to take her picture and zoom in. That's what she was seeing. Beautiful, beautiful view. And it was her 31st birthday that day. Oh, no, I meant 25th again. And it was a good night. Unfortunately, like I said, the food didn't work out, but we ended up with a little fire. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of part 2 of this video. Don't forget to check out part 3 when it comes out. Yeah, we ended off with Danielle's birthday, but we didn't do too much. We just ended it the way we, I guess, like to end it, just with a little fire. There was a fire ban, but I guess we could use the propane. So thanks for checking out this episode. Give it a like, give it a subscribe wherever you guys are. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next episode.